Everyone said it was impossible in the MLB. In Japan, Ohtani quickly demonstrated that his ambition was not a fantasy. He became a superstar, a national icon. In 2016, he had one of the most dominant seasons in NPB history. He won 10 games as a pitcher with a microscopic 1.86 ERA, and at the same time hit 22 home runs with a .322 batting average. He was named MVP of the Pacific League and led the Nippon Ham Fighters to win the Japan Series. He had proven that being a two-way player was not only possible, but it was a weapon to win championships. With Japan conquered, the next step was the biggest one: the major leagues. At the end of 2017, Ohtani announced he was ready to go to America. The expectation was gigantic. Every team wanted him. But with all that excitement also came a huge dose of skepticism. Analysts, scouts, and former players were almost unanimous. What he did in Japan is impossible to repeat in the MLB. They said the level of competition was too high, that the physical strain of pitching every 5 days and hitting the other 4 would destroy his body. An anonymous scout was quoted saying, "He's a great pitcher and a great hitter, but in the major leagues he'll have to choose. No one can be elite at both things here, no one." Ohtani chose the Los Angeles Angels, and in the spring of 2018, the world had its first answer. In his first week, he hit 3 home runs in 3 consecutive games, and in his pitching debut, he struck out 6 batters and got the win. The phenomenon was real. It seemed he was going to silence all the critics immediately. But then, the first big blow came. In June 2018, he was diagnosed with a tear in his UCL. Although he finished the season as a hitter and won the American League Rookie of the Year award, the threat of Tommy John surgery was imminent. The operation was confirmed at the end of the season and would keep him off the mound for all of 2019. That was the beginning of his journey through the desert. He spent 2019 only as a designated hitter, and although his numbers were solid, the magic of his duality had temporarily faded. Then came the 2020 season, shortened by the pandemic. It was, without a doubt, the lowest point of his career. Upon his return to the mound, he seemed a shadow of his former self. In 2 starts, he couldn't get more than 5 outs. His control abandoned him, and his ERA skyrocketed to a catastrophic 37.81. At the plate, his performance also plummeted, batting just 190. The critics resurfaced stronger than ever. "We told you," they said. "The experiment is over." It seemed the unicorn's dream had crashed head-on with hard reality. Subscribe and comment. Did you think his career was over?